Significant cryptocurrency news from the past day, including the reversal of trillions of Shiba Inu tokens. An essential fact, however, goes unnoticed in the thick of the festivities. It would appear that whales are making an effort to conceal their tactics, but you won't believe what we found out. It was just recently discovered, but what on earth am I referring to? Okay, I'll explain. Important notice: an absolutely historic day has arrived today. According to the applicants, a spot Bitcoin ETF has recently been approved by Hong Kong. Just 3 months ago, the US approved its own Bitcoin ETFs, and now this follows suit. Just a moment. If you were wondering how Bitcoin ETFs could be reapproved after being greenlit 3 months ago, you're not alone. Allow me to explain. Local Bitcoin ETFs are like ice cream flavors. They vary from country to country. Chocolate ice cream is just as acceptable in Hong Kong as vanilla ice cream is in the US. The approval of Bitcoin exchange-traded funds ETFs might vary from nation to country due to differences in regulatory frameworks and stock markets. Have this idea in mind. Picture this: your hometown is the only place you can get your favorite food. However, in a different city, you can buy a snack that is similar but created with different components, and it's just as tasty. It's similar to how Bitcoin ETFs function in several nations, not to mention the fact that the first Bitcoin ETF being approved in the US was huge news for crypto fans since it created new options. It removed the requirement for ordinary investors to acquire and hold Bitcoin directly, allowing them to invest in the cryptocurrency through their brokerage accounts. The price of Bitcoin has already been affected by the approval of the Bitcoin ETF in the US. In the span of just 3 months, its value skyrocketed to above $70,000 per coin, setting a new record. Also, Shiba Inu should not be overlooked as it has a strong correlation with Bitcoin's price fluctuations as previously observed. Shiba Inu followed Bitcoin's path but in a different direction as it gradually surged for months after ETF certification, soaring more than 300% in the span of a week in March. Now let me tell you something crucial. Bitcoin ETFs are supposedly getting the green light in Hong Kong, which bodes well for the global trend. More and more nations are seeing the potential in Bitcoin and are easing regulations so that their citizens can invest in it, which is fantastic news and extremely bullish. Imagining it as a globally broadcasting hit song might help put it in perspective. It's no longer exclusive to a single nation. Its widespread distribution is only adding to its already considerable popularity and ease of access. Even now, Shiba Inu can feel the effects of this news. Major holders of the Shiba Inu cryptocurrency, which was inspired by memes, have increased their holdings by an astounding amount, causing on-chain explosions. This is noteworthy whale activity. These major players amassed an astounding 2.85 trillion tokens in the space of a single day, according to data from Into the Block. Considering the significant holdings inflow measure, the spike stands out much more. The holdings have reached an enormous 1.37 trillion tokens, a 208% increase from the previous day. The startling estimated value of around $70 million is being deposited into the wallets of these crypto titans by this surge. These whales may be keeping an eye on possible gains and would hate to lose out on the activity, so keep that in mind. Shiba Inu is quite sensitive to Bitcoin events. Because of their extreme sensitivity, Shiba Inus like to follow the price of Bitcoin, sometimes with far larger fluctuations. Because of this sensitivity, well-informed investors have a chance to carefully diversify their holdings. Investors may better manage risks and capitalize on opportunities by monitoring Bitcoin's movements and learning how they impact Shiba Inu. I want you to picture this. Assume you are aware that some routes have heavy traffic during certain times and are arranging a road trip accordingly. By carefully plotting out your route and opting for less crowded roadways, it will be easier and quicker for you to go where you're going. Similarly, you may make the most of the cryptocurrency market and keep up with the latest news about Shiba Inu's influence on Bitcoin by modifying your investment approach appropriately. And now you may be asking, just how will the Bitcoin ETF in Hong Kong affect the cryptocurrency market? Have you any guesses? Sure, I can help you with that. Hong Kong-listed Bitcoin ETFs have the potential to unlock demand worth $25 billion according to Matrixport, a Singapore-based financial research firm. Now things start to get intriguing. Returning to the enormous buildup of Shiba Inus over the past day, this is just the beginning. It appeared to be a bullish signal, indicating that people are bullish about the meme-inspired cryptocurrency again. This dramatic increase in accumulation, however, is revealed to be accompanied with a substantial decrease as the tail thickens. At the same time, these wealthy Shiba Inu investors sold more than 3 trillion tokens. There was a net loss of 150 billion Shiba Inu tokens in the last day due to this large disposal, which exceeded accumulation. To top it all off, this is fascinating. The complex nature of investor sentiment surrounding Shiba Inu is reflected in this tug-of-war between accumulation and disposal. Thinking about this situation makes us question why these people did what they did. For what reasons are some investors buying more stock and others selling off more? In response to temporary shifts in the market, are they acting? On the other hand, are they planning for the future? The significance of comprehending crypto market dynamics and investor behavior is highlighted by these inquiries. During this era, the large holders outflow indicator increased by more than 300%, highlighting the tendency of outflows relative to inflows, therefore the substantial. The market is expected to remain downward for an extended period of time. The Shiba Inu community is currently waiting to see if the market dynamics will move towards outflows or if the bullish whale's flurry of activity is predicted. Due to the intriguing contrast it creates, this is a really bizarre but intriguing scenario to manage. One side of the coin has optimism about the market and Shiba Inu's future prospects, as shown by the spike in accumulation by bullish whales. The large holders' net flow index dipped into negative territory after the substantial outflows, which raises concerns about possible market volatility. Investors and experts will be closely watching this unique dynamic created by the contrast of bullish accumulation and bearish outflows. The scenario shows how complicated the cryptocurrency market is and how important it is to understand on-chain data carefully. Like the pattern seen when the Bitcoin ETF was initially authorized in the US, the recent boom in Shiba Inu accumulation and subsequent outflows could be due to a number of factors. Although the final result was extremely optimistic, with Bitcoin hitting new all-time highs and flying to over $70,000, the short-term reaction was completely negative. The market went through a brief period of decline when prices fell sharply before recovering and starting a substantial ascent. Now the question comes to mind. If the Matrix Port claim is correct and investors from Hong Kong begin pouring billions of dollars into the market, would the cryptocurrency market experience a similar temporary slump before eventually starting its upward path? It's a question that makes you think, and it brings up the fact that the forecasting how the market will behave in the future is difficult, even when looking at patterns from the past could provide some clues. Market participants and experts will be keeping a careful eye on-chain data and market dynamics as they try to answer this question. Further complicating matters is the interaction between bullish accumulation, possible withdrawals, and the wider influence of global events like the purported licensing of Bitcoin ETFs in Hong Kong. So what are your thoughts on the matter? Submit your thoughts in the space provided. I'd love to hear your thoughts on the matter. Click on one of the videos on the screen if you're interested in finding out more. After that, the video comes to a close. Thanks for watching the video, and don't forget to hit the like button and post a comment down below. When it comes to the YouTube algorithm, this is a huge help. Also, I'd really appreciate it if you could forward this video to everyone you know. We need to spread the word about this.